highlights and lowlights for being a hairdresser.
Yeah.
Pardon the pun.
Yeah, it's a good pun that one, mate. Highlights and lowlights. Just wait for a couple of people to join then. I wonder where they are in the world. Just shout out to everybody. Get everybody to jump in. And then this is like a testing, 1, 2, 3, isn't it?
Yeah.
At least I've got my mic on this week.
You've got your mic on?
No, I wish I haven't got it on this week.
Oh, yeah.
I have got one. I should put it on, really.
Yeah.
So that was it. You said it'll take a few minutes yet for somebody to join in.
Yeah.
And we'll just see what happens. We had quite a lot on yet. Was it yesterday or the day before?
Day before.
It was up in the hundreds, isn't it?
Did I? Yeah, 193 or something. I'm just going to check. Is this it's unlisted, mate? It's unlisted. I'm just going to. No one will be able to see it because it's unlisted. Public, publish. There we go. We're now public.
Public property.
Yeah.
I'll be better. Give it a couple of minutes. There you are. Watch live now. Paul Watts, highlights and lowlights of being a hairdresser.
Yeah.
I am watching live. I'm telling you I'm watching live. I've just seen it pop up on my screen.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. I'm just going to jump on it here just to man it a little bit.
On the computer?
Yep, just in front of me.
See now by listing it and not keeping it unlisted, people will find this. And actually 4 people on there now. So if you're one of the 4 people, please tell us where you're from. And then we're going to commence, once we got a few more on, and let you know what the highlights and lowlights of being a hairdresser is all about. Some funny anecdotes, I think, and some strange ones as well, Paul.
Yeah.
We had a good day yesterday, mate, didn't we? And the day before.
Yeah, very good. The colour content looks... The videos are very good.
And you've been editing all day?
Editing all day and filming all day. I've just done 2 videos. I did one wolf cut smooth-ish, one wolf cut curly.
Yeah, I love the curly one. It looked really good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that. I think that's going to be good. But yeah, it was a good weekend filming, actually. We got a lot done, didn't we, for Cut Colour Content, the new academy.
Yeah.
Which we will be launching very, very soon. Imminently. And it's going to be, the whole idea is to actually bridge the gap between college students or new hairdressers who are now new to the salon floor and help them to actually get some looks under their belt really quickly so they can establish themselves as good salon stylists. That's the whole idea, right? Yeah.
Hey, Cleo.
Oh, Cleo, right. Hello, guys. Hello. So if you join us, just put in where you're from, where you are in the world, and then we're going to crack on with. I'm going to ask Paul. Paul, what was your highlight of last year? It's a big topic. This is new, and we're in February already, so we got a couple of highlights to catch up on and lowlights. So what was your highlight of last year?
Well, mate, biggest highlight of the year not being hairdressing was Rosa.
Of course, yeah. Florida. I love Florida. I've been there several times. Florida, love it there. Went all the way down the south of South Florida, then cut across to Pensacola, Mobile, and all that down there. That was amazing. Pensacola's an amazing place. On the beach. Beach is insane, amazing. Good evening, Julia. So yeah, that was really good. So Rosa, your daughter was born. What date? Remind us what date she was born? Because she's 3 months old now, isn't she?
Yeah, November 17th.
November 17th. Yeah, good date. And I met her this weekend for the first time. She's a little darling. So, what was your hairdressing highlight for the year?
Hitting 100,000 subscribers.
Massive. Yeah. Well, I was, but that was a massive feat last year to hit 100,000 because I was with you at the beginning of your journey. Yeah. You've helped me on my journey, obviously, as well. and you're the guy who's kind of, I would never have a YouTube channel had I not met you. I don't think. Well, no, I don't think. I know I wouldn't have. I would never have entertained the idea. So you kind of gave me the gumption to go and do that. So I was
But
really
you're
pleased.
on the road to 100k, aren't you?
Yep, 70, coming up to 75,000 now.
Yeah.
So that's really cool. Yeah, I'm really pleased with that. And I've just hit my 700th upload, which is a big one. So that's been quite good. So my highlight actually last year was, okay, hitting 50,000. I got that. But actually my highlight of the year was working in Norway with you on the Be Youthful project with Joico Europe.
Yeah, that was my hairdressing highlight, was that trip to Norway. But also the first one we did in Helmond. I think that was very good.
In Holland, yeah, when we were in Helmond, just outside Eindhoven, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a place called Helmond. That's where Joico Europe's headquarters is. Joico is the brand we both work for. And we did a launch. It's called Be Youthful. Be Youthful, Paul, isn't it? Be Youthful. And it's about
Be Youthful.
Go on.
Be Youthful.
Be Youthful. That's right. So it's basically for people on the birth of the Scandi hairline. Yeah, I like that. And it's basically for women who feel ignored, women who are like 35, 40 plus, I'd say, who feel that they can go to the salon and no longer looked at as if they can have something really, on trend or whatever, and often ignored, or they just, they get the same old. And we tried to change that. And we had some more mature models, Paul, didn't we? Along with some young ones as well.
Yeah.
But we really did transformational things. And you can catch up on our platforms anyway, mine on Instagram, and yours on Instagram, and also on YouTube. We put some images out for that, some reels, and we put some shorts out for the Norway gig, didn't we?
Yeah.
So that was really good. So it was good. So what was your low light? I don't want to focus on the negative.
A low light of the year. To be honest, I don't really know.
Really?
Yeah, like I don't really have, like, I know we've called it highlights and lowlights, but I ignore lowlights, if I'm honest.
Didn't you miss being with us at the last get together of the year in November when Rosa was being born?
Yeah,
but the team were together.
Yeah, but then I was with Rosa.
Yeah, that offset it, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah. My low light obviously was after 30 years, I decided to close my salon last year.
Yeah.
That was a low light. That was a difficult one. And I think it only really came home like mentally, emotionally to me, probably 5 or 6 months later. I was fine at the time, but then when you closed it, it took me a while to actually. What I couldn't believe was how much I had let my salon or my business define me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I kind of felt that I was cut adrift because I'd lost my identity in a way. And it's taken me, you know me better than most, so it take me a few months, especially the latter part of the year, to actually find out who I am again and to re-establish myself and realize I wasn't particularly defined as a business owner of that salon, even though I'd had it for 30 years, That was a difficult one. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think what's offset that is the birth of your...
Chloe says retirement can be extremely difficult. I'm not retired just yet, Chloe. I know I look old enough. I know I look that ancient. But it was the retirement. I was kind of like the market forces around it. Like my landlord had increased my rent by nearly 40%, and it was unsustainable for the business to continue. It was sprung on me very much in the last minute. So I didn't have a contingency. We tried as hard as we can for about 4 months to make a contingency. But it just didn't work out for us. It was all the timing was wrong. Brick and mortar retirement, yeah, thank you. Yeah, it was hard. It was really difficult after 30 years. Yeah, it was kind of difficult. But I feel like in a different place now, and actually, it's given me back my sort of autonomy and a bit more creativity. I feel more. I have something more to say and something more to give, and not just because I'm a salon owner or a business owner and stuff like that. And that was kind of just a difficult time because it came from out of left field, and I didn't guess. That was a low light for me. at the end. It was, and so, but since then, re-establishing myself as a portfolio stylist, working for different brands, working with different companies on different projects, that has been great. And yeah, a new door opens though. Yeah, totally, Julia. That's I would agree. Like well, they say, don't they? When one door closes, another one opens. And I've experienced that 100%. That's and like the opportunities I've got now, I don't think I would have had if I was still a salon owner. I don't think. And but it was a tough time. I mean, I at the time I think I had 12 people in a team, so that was difficult to kind of to say goodbye to them. A lot of them had been with, one of them had been with me 18 years, another one been with me 15 years, another one with 12 years. So they'd been with me a long time. So it was very difficult because I wanted to protect them as well. So I made sure they all had homes to go to. I just used all my contacts and got them all looked after. So there was positive out of that as well. But new doors have definitely opened. So last month then, Paul, let's get into January. What was good for January? What was your highlight of January? What was your low light or whatever?
Highlight of January. Oh, it's hard because, January, everyone always says, oh, January's so glum and so long. I always find January being a really quick month.
Yeah, it flies by. February's doing the same.
Well, it is, yeah. We're over halfway now, and
yeah,
it's flying. But maybe, yeah. To be honest, a highlight for January. I'm trying to think of the month, mate, and what I've done. I mean, was that this month or was that last month? It was supposed to be last month. I suppose like Lunch and Learn with Joyco, that was like a good. It's bringing back those COVID days. The lockdown with the education.
Working online, we're delivering stuff online. Yeah.
Yeah,
that was good. And yours went Pete Tong, didn't it? Went wrong.
It did. Yes, I set up. That's why I'm heading over to the Netherlands this weekend. I'll get all that room set up, and hopefully they can control it all in there. With StreamYard.
Yeah.
And then we just come in, and then they can be like when they're in the chat box. Yeah. They can be in the chat box, but it will make it so much better.
Yeah. I think my highlight was actually me and you coming together and making a plan for Cut Colour Content Academy.
Yeah.
And I think the story we've told, like for you to help me to get to over what? It was over 50,000 subscribers in under 12 months was like an amazing strategy. And that's one of the things in Cut Colour Academy that we go Cut Colour Content Academy we were going to share is that strategy to do that. So I think that's going to be amazing for that. So last month, planning this with you and planning all the things around it, that was a big highlight. And my low light, I think, was at the beginning of the month getting flu. but that's what stopped me working. It's the first time in about 5 years I'd missed a day's work.
Yeah.
I was gutted. I broke my streak. So I took 2 days off work because I had the flu, and I've never done that before. But I was proper poorly, and I hate losing work. I hate leaving down customers. You've got to rearrange anyway and fit them in. And if you're already busy, that's just a bigger ball ache, I think. So
yeah, and there's just so much going about now, isn't there? With it all.
Yeah. Chloe says that's certainly a highlight of hers too. Which one? Yeah, she did. I know I don't miss those days at all either, Chloe. They were horrid, those COVID days, mate. How much we did. Mind you, they were horrid, but something was like we said, going back to what Julia said, a new door opens. We started a podcast then as well, didn't we?
We did, yeah. Like lockdown. I wouldn't have a YouTube channel if it wasn't for lockdown.
No, I know. I remember.
So,
I remember but we did the uncut stuff.
That was
brilliant. I love that because we connected hairdressers all over the globe.
Yeah,
like we had connections everywhere, mostly in the States.
Yeah.
But we had all of the artists we knew from the States all coming in together. Thanks, Chloe. You and Paul coming together. Honestly, it's like we're like brothers from another mother. I'm sure we are. So
Yeah.
I think that was great just to link all the other hairdressers together. Loads of European hairdressers we had on with American friends as well. I thought that was just so much fun. And we had obviously lots of UK based ones, but we did that weekly for maybe like, what's that, like 4 or 5 months, 6 months, maybe.
Yeah.
How many episodes? There's a ton. There's a ton of episodes. There's probably about like 30 episodes or something.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many we did, but it was just such good fun. Like, and getting to make mistakes.
Do you remember before we could do all this on technology? I had to be on my laptop on your shoulder. Do you remember
That's how far it's come. It's come so far.
We wanted to get 3 people on live on the screen, and it wasn't possible then, was it?
No.
You couldn't get 3 people together. So I had to have a link, which I loaded onto my laptop onto your StreamYard, and then we had to send a link to somebody on Instagram. So you were live on Instagram, I was live on another platform, but I was on a laptop on a podium on your shoulder, like a parrot.
Yeah.
How did we get away with that?
Oh yeah, we were the pioneers, mate.
That was unbelievable. And you were saying, mate, I found this. We can get 3 people on. Remember that first one?
Yeah.
I think we did the first one with
David.
Was it David did the first one? It wasn't Zoe, no?
No, it was David.
Right, okay. And we had Larissa on as well, right?
Yeah, but she was on the parrot one.
She was on the parrot, yeah, with me on the shoulder. That was like hilarious. I couldn't believe, but technology's come a long way since then now, isn't it? Like I'm not even here. I'm actually AI. I'm an AI version right now.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. I was talking to my son. He's like 14, Noah, and he's obsessed by technology. And he was telling me tonight about all the AI stuff that's coming now. You know, was it AFK talk amongst yourselves? Excuse me for a moment. What's AFK mean?
AFK. I don't know.
Or does anybody know what AFK means? For talk to amongst yourselves, excuse me for a moment. Totally excuse Chloe. Thanks for all the comments.
Cleo.
AFK. I want to know what AFK means. Does anybody know what AFK means?
Away from keyboard.
Away from keyboard. Nice one. 0-1
0-1.
there. 10 points to 0-1. Excellent.
Yeah.
There's always somebody knows stuff that you don't know. I'm going to use that, away from keyboard. Love it. I've never used that before.
Well, I'm never away from the keyboard.
No, true. You never are. So highlight this month. Go for it.
Highlight of this month, hitting 150,000 subscribers.
Yeah, that was massive.
And then next week it will be like the blonde life education, social media stuff.
Yeah.
I did another lunch and learn.
Yeah.
I
got mine coming up in March. So
yeah. Stacey's finished her colour degree, so that's good.
Yeah, that was amazing. Stacey is your
salon
premier stylist, isn't she?
Yeah.
And she's also now getting big time into socials and doing her thing as well, isn't she?
Yeah.
The way you've developed her is fantastic, actually. Because of course I remember Stacey in the beginning, and I see her as the woman she has become now. How confident she is, how knowledgeable she is, how she portrays herself. That's a real testament to you and your training. So it is fantastic, and like she is amazing. She's the world is literally her oyster. I think she could rip up trees if she wanted to. I'm sure she could. So my highlight this month would be this weekend, mate. This 2 days of me driving 150 miles to come to your shedio and film. Yes, we filmed 6 looks, right? 6 videos, basically.
We filmed 7 videos.
7, yeah, and with all the add-on bits and everything, and you're busy editing them all now, is right? And this is for the Cut Colour content, right?
Yeah.
So tell us a bit about Cut Colour content then. Come on, I've talked enough. Tell us about it.
Well, Cut Colour content is a online academy, which will be launching very soon, and it is how we are going to help the future hairdressers. And it's something really I feel very strongly about, because I just feel so sorry for all these hairdressers that come into the industry and they get into a salon that doesn't train them, or they get into a salon that doesn't nurture, and then they leave the industry because they can't take the pressure of, or it's not even pressure, it's just when we were talking, the knowledge. Yeah. So we're going to bridge the gap between college or cosmetology school and the salon floor. And we are going to create these looks that we're going to reference the traditional foundation terminology,
which they would already understand through their college training or the cosmetology training. Yeah.
And then when they hit the salon floor, the big issue is that no one really talks about at all. Do you find that?
Translating all that into real world situation.
Yeah, but yeah, no one says to you, "Oh, well done, you're qualified." But when you get to the salon, they're gonna refer to that as a shag.
Yeah.
And you're like, you
or
are?
a wolf, or a wolf cut, or a pixie, or yeah.
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 There's the terminology and the jargon that is massive, I think. And thanks, Julia. Yeah. And so, but this is going to be like a portfolio of stuff which is salon friendly, salon and easy to execute for the student, so that they have things in their belt that they can pull out at any time for any client information. And the way that clients communicate mostly now is through social media. If they sat in your chair, they'd often go beyond Pinterest or on Instagram or on any other platform to give you inspiration of what they are thinking
Google,
of. So
isn't it? Google in general.
Google stuff, YouTube. There's loads of information, haircuts and colors they love to see. So we are taking all that technology and helping with simplifying looks that people can do, really quickly, really simply, like without it being too complicated with a million sections or anything. It's just done really simply, really easily, and to give and build the confidence of that individual as they grow, and something that they feel really well equipped to. And it's just, I think it's really, Chloe returned and says, sorry for the confusion. No, it was brilliant. It set a great tone for us, Chloe, to work out what AFK was. No, yeah, away from keyboard. And so that's what we want to do, really, and help as many young people, and or not necessarily young, but people who are coming into the industry without a foundation, to hit the ground running, and to feel confident that they can converse to clients in the way clients are used to conversing, breaking down the jargon, but making it sound super simple. And the colour looks are insane, mate, to be honest. Yeah, for this weekend, I loved the colour work we did.
Yeah, well, I love the haircuts, mate.
So, but the simplicity about the colour looks, they were fast, efficient, and they work like 100%. So and we work. I just think we work well together anyway. We always have, that kind of almost telepathic. I know what you're going to do. You know what I'm going to do, and we don't really have to speak about it a lot. Once we got the idea, that's what we think. That's what I'm thinking. What are you thinking? And if I come up with a haircut and I know that the haircut needs this color, I'll tell you what the haircut is, and before I can tell you what I think the color is, you've told me what the color is, and it's almost what I'm thinking. Or you say a color, I think, that cut would be great, and we seem to be on that page all of the time.
Yeah,
and I think that's what made us successful in Europe when we work for Joico and we travel with them, and I think that's what's made us kind of quite sought after. I think that's why we get so many bookings that we do, because that's the way we work together. And one thing I will say is that you've got no ego whatsoever. So a good question. What colours do you see trending for spring, summer? Go on, Paul, you don't.
Well, it's obviously going to be blondes. Blondes are going to be like as big as ever, and I think blondes will be with the amount of clients coming into the salon now requesting coming away from either being brunette or copper or red and everything. I think blondes are just going to be huge, and I don't think there's going to be a particular where it's going to be platinum blonde or golden blonde. I just think lighter is going to be a big thing for this spring summer. But then I also think copper, but not copper as in the sense that it's going to be like really rich. I think it's going to be a really I don't want to say pastel, but like hue.
Yeah, I agree, because I told you this last week with my own wife's hair, where I lifted that to a base 10.
Yeah.
Then I used the demi liquid on it, the 8RR.
Yeah.
And it was almost peachy.
That's a pirate's favorite color, that
8RR. Yes. I like that. Yes. 8RR. Yeah, so it was really peachy, and it was really nice. So you had that kind of pinkiness to it, that kind of, but a little bit more orangey than pink, but it was pastel. It was washed out. Like, it was beautiful, actually. And I think I should, if I'm all honesty, I'm not as familiar with color as you. I'm primarily a cutter. So I should have left it on longer to get a bit more vibrancy. I think I could have got a bit more out of it, but yeah, I think you're right. Those type of tones, the lightning, because it still looks light now, even though it's got that tone in it, it's still lighter. Fire trucks is a bit uneven, semi. Oh, right. Yeah, they can fix it. Yeah, toners as your best friend. I can remember the days when we didn't tone.
Yeah.
Rarely toned, like top of the 90s. You rarely toned in the 90s. You just lifted.
Yeah.
It's lifted, and it's like, how light can you get it? How pale can you get it? Belty applications, like crazy. Our hair just survived the 90s. I don't know.
There's still salons that don't tone, because
are there?
The amount of people that come into the salon, and when we're working, and they often say, why does it take so much longer than like where I used to go? And I like that sort of like question is a real thing and I'm like, oh, okay, what am I slow, sort of thing? And then they're like, no, like you put the foils in so quick, but the appointment's just longer. And it's like, oh. And then I start to think, and I'm like, right, so lifting is like 40 minutes, 45 minutes, which is pretty standard, unless someone is blowing someone's head off. And then I say, once we've sort of blow dried, and they say, oh my god, the blonde is unbelievable. And I'm like, have you ever had a toner? They're like, what's that?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, like that's why your hair looks how good it looks now, but also that's why it takes about 35-40 minutes longer.
Yeah. The toning stuff, is unreal when you see some of the results you can get now. Just if you get the lift right, and not bright yellow, Chloe, definitely not bright yellow. Yeah, but there's loads of that around. You're definitely right. God, yeah, orange and yellows, and but now the toners work like a dream. So it's as long as you get the right level of lift, you can pretty much do anything, and I love that. And again, mostly doing low and slow. We still, I one of my friends who's on socials, she was doing an Instagram post today that she was saying that, I've started using 10 vol in my bleach because nobody else does that. I'm like, we've always done 10 vol with our bleach. Low and slow. It's like, best way to do it, low and slow. Get that lift, clean it right out. And you may have to reapply it now and again if you go in for like multi-shade lift, like 8 or 9 shades, you're gonna have to reapply a bit. But if you're
Did you see Joyco Education's post about the lift? So it was like 4 swatches.
Yeah.
And the lift was pretty similar.
Yeah. Right up to 40 volt.
10 volt, 20 volt, 30 volt, 40 volt.
Yeah.
And the lift was pretty similar.
Yeah, it was pretty similar. So so I haven't got a low light for this month, Paul. Well, I don't think I have. I think no, I don't think I have. Have you got one?
A low light for this month? Yeah, I have. I think it's we took on a new stylist and she lasted a day. which just puts you back against. Do you know what I mean?
How come?
She just did.
No explanation.
Just personal issues.
Man, that's ouch indeed. I always think that's ouch.
Yeah. She come in for like staff pictures and everything like that. We had all new headshots done, and she did one day, and yeah, that was it. But we've got a new stylist starting on Friday, so
that's bizarre. That is bizarre. Yeah. I genuinely haven't got a low light for this month. I don't think. Can't think of one. Everything's been on an upward trajectory for me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm just stalling just before my 75,000 subscribers button. I think I'm about 200 away from it. I think 300. It's close. I know. Can you see? So I haven't got that, but definitely looking forward to getting, hopefully by the end of next month, launching Cut to Colour Content Academy, moving that forward, and I know we've got a lot of work to do still, a lot of film stuff, a lot of content to film, but really looking forward and enjoying that. So I think that it's going to be quite a strong academy, you know, with a lot of support for people, and it's as cheap as chips, as we say back here. Cheap as chips.
Yeah. So
that'll be good. So yeah, that was kind of my take on highlights and lowlights of being a hairdresser. Okay, let's get rid of the monthly thing before we finish.
Yeah.
Give me the highlights of being a hairdresser and the lowlights.
The highlights of being a hairdresser is you never feel like you work a day in your life. No. And as big as cliche it is just, I can't express how much I've never felt like I've had a job since I've been a hairdresser.
Yeah, I think because how long have you been a hairdresser now?
16 years.
Still a novice then.
Still a novice. What's you, 40, 50 years?
I've been hairdressing this is my 45th year.
Wow.
So that's a bit of a thing, 45 years.
Yeah.
And I love it. You know, and honestly, on my hand and my heart, I love it more now than I ever have.
Yeah.
Can't explain. I know there's lots of reasons why, but I genuinely love it more now than I ever have. And I'm more comfortable now, probably the last 4 or 5 years, particularly. Like it's just gone on a different level for me, where I'm completely comfortable with my own skin and what I do and how I do it, and the value I can bring. That's my low light is this though. I've always worked in salons where we wear black. I don't feel the same. And the amount of stains I get from bleach on my clothes, the amount of black clothes I got with spots everywhere.
Yeah.
It's like a nightmare. That's my low light. Why do we wear black when it bleaches so easily?
Well, because if you wore any other colour, you'd have colour on it.
Yeah, still, I just like if you go through my when I'm getting rid of clothes and stuff, everything's got stains on it.
Yeah, I know.
Like yesterday, when I was working with you yesterday, like how close was I getting to your bleach without even realizing my arm was nearly rubbing up against it?
That'd have been a write-off. That.
Oh, can you imagine?
Yeah.
Nightmare. So Chloe says that's how she felt when she was a chef.
Yeah.
I still think chef's one of the most difficult jobs in the world.
Mm.
The amount of hours those guys put in. Like I thought we put in a lot of hours. Like here we are at 9:15 in UK, and we've been talking all day. You know, we're doing another shift in the evening.
Yeah.
Yeah, a chef wearing white. Yeah, why the chefs wear white with the cutting meat and stuff, and they're splashing everywhere. It doesn't make sense. So we're all mad. I think we must be all mad. So yeah, that's my highlight, I suppose, is actually loving the industry more now than I did, but getting stains on your clothes all the time is a nightmare.
Yeah. Yeah, I think a low light of it would be, and it's not really a low light. It's a bit of a backhanded compliment of it all, but
See,
it's
Julia's got it. As a veterinary nurse, dark green was always sensible. Too right is sensible.
yeah.
That's
Still,
the way forward.
you still get bleach stains on it.
Yeah, it doesn't turn black into like a pinky yellow, does it?
Yeah.
Bit like Lisa's hair, I think. No. So yeah, so that's my highlights and lowlights of being in the industry, and this is our first episode of the highlights and lowlights of being a hairdresser.
Yeah.
So
Just
go on.
well, just trying out this new shorts vertical lives on YouTube. It's their new thing.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it goes.
Awesome. So have we got anything else you'd like to bring up while we're here? What will you share with the group?
I'm just editing this video here.
Yeah.
So you'll see that. You'll see one of them. I've done two. You'll see one of them tonight. It'll go up around about, it's 8:45. It won't go up at 9 o'clock then. It'll go up around about 10:30.
Yeah.
In UK time, so in about an hour and 45 minutes. But no, that is it.
What's the title of that haircut?
Well, it's the hidden ponytail wolf cut that is currently popping on my channel, but I have reinvented it. So
good man. Yeah, I like that one. Just ponytail within a ponytail.
Yeah, you pull it off, and then there's another. It's basically what we do in salon. They're sections. That's what they are.
Yeah. It's they're inspirations, and they are like the most simplistic breakdown. That's what it is.
Yeah.
So yeah, more power to your elbow.
Thank you.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So mate, thank you again for being here this evening.
And you.
And we'll try and do this again this time next week.
What day is it? Tuesday? Yeah.
Tuesday. She talked me out of a fringe though. Well, we'd have to see whether that was a good thing or not, Chloe. Really, pictures. Yeah. We need pictures. So, right, mate. I'm gonna rejoin my family group before they all go off to bed.
No worries. Thanks everyone for watching.
Peace out. Thanks for everybody joining us, and hopefully see you all next week. Same time, same place. Be there or be square, as they say in the farm.
Be square. See you then. Bye bye.
See you, mate.